Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Elenna and I'm going to take you through a yin style yoga practice for today. If you haven't yet, I would really appreciate if you could go and hit the subscribe button. It helps us with the channel and my husband says it helps with the algorithms, whatever that means, but it would be greatly appreciated if you could, if you haven't already. We might use props today. I've got 2 blocks here. I don't think I'm going to need them, but traditionally if you're needing to prop yourself up, making sure you have something, a couple of pillows, rolled up towels, blankets, all that good stuff, just to make sure, again, within arm's reach so that you've got it to make sure that your practice is comfortable for today. We're gonna begin just in a comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you at home. I'd like you to close down your eyes, have a nice long spine, and just take a few breaths here. Noticing your body. Connecting to your breath. And just focusing inward, just taking a snapshot of how you feel today. If you'd like, if it feels right to you, you can choose a word or a mantra for your practice. You can set an intention. This can be helpful just to help you stay present and connected to the moment. Let's begin. We're going to start in butterfly. Having the soles of the feet together, adjusting the hips. If you need to here, having those props, sliding them underneath the thighs or the knees if it's really intense into the low body. Hands can be outside, hands can be inside. Just noticing what feels right. A little bit of weight here. We're gonna start to round forward. Let the head hang. I'd like you to close the eyes and just begin to breathe. So making any adjustments as you need. And checking in right now, you want your body to be comfortable. You want to make sure that your body feels safe and supported so that you're able to just relax the muscles. In this practice, we're going to work on releasing tension in the muscles so we can access deeper connective tissue. Calm breath in. Calm breath out through the nose, just melting here. So again, with the eyes closed, we're minimizing distraction from the outside world. And bring your focus into your body. Notice where you're holding on to tension that's not serving you. Check in with the muscles in your head and in your face. And see if you can relax and let go a little more. Let the tongue come down from the roof of the mouth. Relax your jaw. Release tension from the neck. Let the shoulders come down from the ears. Breathe relaxation into the arms and the elbows. Soften the forearms, the wrists, and the hands. Breathe into your fingertips. Release through the upper body. Nice deep breath into the chest. Let it be heavy and let the spine round. Breathe into the abdomen and just check in, make sure it's nice and soft. Relax the hips, sending the breath there. Release tension from the glutes and soften the fronts and backs of your thighs. Breathe into the knees and release through the calves. Soften the ankles and the tops, bottoms of your feet. Send the breath all the way into your toes. And allow yourself to melt here in this shape. Quiet the mind and tune into the rhythm of your breath in and out through the nose. Just letting go. Last few breaths here. A little bit of weight into the hands. Keep the eyes closed. Support yourself up to reverse slowly. Taking your time all the way back up. Spine nice and long. You can bring hands to the outsides of the knees, guiding the knees together. If you'd like, you can windshield wiper the legs. If it feels better to extend the legs long, you're certainly welcome to do so. Taking some time here. When you're ready, we're going to move into shoelace or half shoelace. So we're gonna start with half shoelace and we'll progress from there, but just listen to your body. Left leg is gonna start out straight. We're gonna bend up the right knee. So doing our best here to stack the knees. So again, making sure that you're sitting down evenly into both hips. This might look a little bit different for you, but just doing the best you can to find this shape and making sure it's comfortable for you. Right here, this can certainly be enough. A little bit of weight in the hands and starting to round forward. If you've got the flexibility and you'd like a little bit more, that bottom leg, the left leg, can bend up and still sitting evenly into both hips. If it becomes really intense into the right hip or the right hip lifts off the ground, that's your body telling you, please just go to the beginning. And we'll start right here. So whatever variation works for you. Again, a little bit of weight in the hands. Settle and adjust. Start to round forward. Eyes closed. And just settle and find your first edge. So we're looking for just a little bit of sensation. Making sure not too intense. We're not forcing the body into these shapes. So it's gonna look a little bit different for you at home in your space, and that's okay. Looking for that nice, gentle sensation, creating the opening here. And breathe. Softening into this shape. And again, just starting to notice where you're holding tension and resistance. Bringing awareness into the head, into the face. Releasing tension. Check in with the jaw and allow it to relax. Let go through the neck. Soften the shoulders. Release tension from the arms and the elbows. Relax the forearms, wrists. Hands and fingertips nice and soft. Deep breath into the chest and release. Allow the spine to round. Let go through the abdomen. Breathe into the hips and the glutes, letting go. Check in with fronts and backs of your thighs. Relax. Soft knees. Letting go through the calves, the ankles. Check in with the tops and bottoms of your feet. Relax, breathe into your toes. Just soften and settle here. Nice calm breath in and out through the nose. Just a few more breaths here. See if you can soften into this shape a little bit more. Little bit of weight in the hands. Slowly start to reverse your way up. Take your time. Check in and notice the sensations in the body as you come up. When you're fully upright, releasing the legs. So whatever variation you're in, and just take a moment. Maybe stillness feels best. Maybe a little bit of movement. Tune into what your body needs today. When you're ready, we're going to move into the other side. So we'll begin with that right leg straight out in front of you. Bending up the left knee and noticing right from the start, it might feel a little bit different on this side than the other. Stacking the knees as best you can and just making sure the hips are on the floor. So that might be adjusting this foot, no problem. Right here, if this feels good, again, the option to bend up the bottom knee. Left hip on the ground. That's important. If it's too intense of a sensation, extend out the right leg, no problem. And again, honor your body, right side, left side, always feel a little different. Weight in the hands, we're just going to slowly melt forward. Noticing the sensation here, adjusting if you need. And breathe. And slowly bring the awareness into the body, noticing where you're holding on, where you could be letting go. Check in, notice the muscles in the head and the face. Are you holding tension in the jaw? Allowing the neck and the shoulders to just melt down more. Breathe the relaxation, the softness down the arms and elbows. Releasing through the forearms, the wrists and the hands, into the fingertips, just letting go. Breathe into the chest, release. Let the spine round, let the head hang. Soften into the abdomen. Send the breath into your hips. Let go of tension there. Soften glutes. Relax fronts, backs of your thighs. Send the breath into the knees. Let go through the calves, the ankles. Relax tops, bottoms of your feet right into the toes. Allow yourself to soften here. Breathe. Relaxing into this shape. Just a few more breaths here. Little bit of weight in the hands. Gently and slowly make your way back up. Take your time. Really tune into the body. When you're fully upright again, releasing the legs. Taking some movement. Being in stillness. Just noticing what serves you. When you're ready, we're going to move into caterpillar. So the legs long. Adjust the seat if you need. Know that if this is really intense into the back body, you can bend the knees up slightly, you can slide the hands underneath, you can take one of your props, put it underneath. That's really nice with maybe a rolled up towel, a block, whatever, just to keep some softness in the legs. If you have the mobility and it feels good, legs long. Weight into the hands. Once again, we're gonna fold forward. And we're not pulling, forcing, a little weight in the hands. Close the eyes and settle here. Looking again for that first edge. Over time, just settling here and melting into this shape. Adjust if you need. And then settle into stillness. So focusing here on just letting the upper body round and melt forward. And checking in to make sure there's no tension in the low body. So the thighs, the glutes, soft. No tension in the calves. Feet relaxed. And just breathe into stillness here. Checking in with the mind. And just noticing if you're still present. If you got swept away in thought today, that's okay. And come back to your word or your mantra if you chose one. Maybe your intention or something as simple as your breath in and out through the nose. Just checking in, letting go of tension. Breathing into this shape, allowing yourself to let go. A few more breaths here. Little bit of weight into the hands. Take your time. Move slow. Slow, slow. Coming all the way up. A little bit of movement if you like. Stillness if you prefer. I'm going to come into a bit of a counter stretch. So I'm going to put my arms out, my hands out behind me. I'll lift my chest, drop my head back, and just open through the front side body for a few breaths. And when you're ready, we're going to come right down onto our backs for the remainder of our practice today. So if you'd like, close the eyes, just take a couple breaths here, and just take inventory of how you feel. And when you're ready, we're gonna go into reclined butterfly. So what I'd like, same thing as when we're seated. The soles of the feet come together. We're still creating the diamond shape with the legs. You're gonna allow the knees to open. So this is a time where if it's intense, it's gonna feel differently into the hips. You can support the thighs, the knees, and just hang out here. If you don't need the props, it's fine too. Just making sure that you're not forcing that sensation isn't too intense for you. We're gonna roll the shoulders down and back, palms face up. close the eyes and breathe. So noticing how reclined butterfly feels different in the body than seated butterfly. Noticing and not trying to assign any kind of meaning to what it is you're feeling, just observing. And again, just checking in with mind. Letting go of thought. Letting go of distraction. Allow yourself to just be and breathe. Softening here. Stillness in the mind and stillness in the body. Last few breaths here. Bring the hands to the outsides of the thighs. Support yourself as you bring the knees in close together. You can hug the knees into the chest if it feels good. You can extend the legs long if you prefer. Just notice again what your body is asking for. When you're ready, we're gonna move into half happy baby. So the left leg, we're gonna start with it nice and long. We're gonna bend up the right knee, hooking onto the big toe first, second finger, grabbing onto the outside of the right foot, maybe even hanging onto the shin if that's where your mobility is. Right now, if this is too intense with the leg long, bend up your knee. So find the variation that works for you. We're gonna bring the right knee out and around the rib cage in towards the shoulder, the chin tucked slightly. So find what works for you here and just breathe. We're gonna close down the eyes. If you find that you're rolling off to the right, extend your left arm out long, helping you to balance. And just breathe into the opening into the right hip. We won't be here too long. Finding your variation, adjusting if you need. So if you find the longer you're in this, the more you need to bend up the left leg, that's fine. If you find your hip opens nicely, you're able to lengthen your left leg, that's great too. Again, we're just looking for gentle sensation. Calm breath. settling here. Breathing into sensation, releasing tension, letting go of resistance. Last few breaths here. And gently release the right leg, extending it along, being in stillness, and again, maybe a little bit of movement if it serves you. Right leg stays long to begin with, bending up the left leg, hanging onto big second toe, outside edge of the left foot, and again, bending up the right knee if you need to. Finding your variation here. Good, creating that nice compression into the left hip, up and around the rib cage with the knee. Eyes closed, and again, extending right arm out long to help you balance if you need to. Breathe. Adjusting if you need to. Find your edge. Calm breath. So as you're here, maybe bending up that right knee a little more. Easing the sensation into the left side, or perhaps the opposite where you're going to extend that right leg out more. Just listening to your body, noticing left, right side, a little different. And breathing in to stillness. Just a few more breaths here. Finding your stillness. And gently release the left leg. Taking some movement, maybe stillness if it serves you. And we're gonna go into full happy baby, not for long. So we're gonna bend up both legs and finding what works for you. Hooking onto the big toe, outside edges of the feet. Again, hanging onto the calves, always an option. The knees out and around, chin tucked, neck long, eyes closed, and if you like, rocking side to side to start with. And whenever it serves you, you can settle to stillness and breathe. If at any point happy baby does not feel happy to your body, releasing and letting the feet come in together or hugging the knees into the chest, taking a few breaths, taking a break, and that goes for any posture in this series, just coming back in when it feels good to you. Never wanting to feel overwhelmed or stressed in this practice, just creating that nice gentle opening into the body. Last few breaths here. And gently release the feet. Hug knees into the chest. Rock side to side if it feels good. I'm gonna work a little more into the hips. We're gonna start with the legs long. You're gonna bring your right knee in towards your chest. Interlacing the fingers just below the knee. Bring the knee out and around the rib cage here. Little different variation. Just creating a different kind of compression here, just a few breaths. And release. And move into the other side, so the left knee comes in, interlacing the fingers below the knee, out and around the rib cage, chin tucked, keeping the neck long, and creating that gentle compression now into the left hip joint. Few breaths here. Using that little bit of arm and hand strength, but trying to relax into this shape. And release. Take a few breaths here. We're going to move next into reclined shoelace. Bending up the knees. We're going to bring the right knee over the left. So very much like when we were seated, you can stay right here if you're already experiencing sensation. If you'd like just a little bit more, bringing the knees in towards your chest, can hold on near the knees, the tops of the shins, working your way down. If you're able to get the ankles hanging out there, but just finding what works for you. And again, if it's really intense and you're experiencing sensation, stay right here with the left foot on the floor. Chin tucked slightly to keep the length in the back of the neck, eyes closed, and breathe. So playing with your edge, finding what variation works best for you. So you're hanging on near the ankles. Just checking in and making sure you're not forcing this. Creating gentle sensation and calm breath. So again, we're using a little bit of hand and arm strength. I want you to check in with the rest of your body. Notice where you're holding on to tension that's not serving you. Take the time. Scan, explore your body. Breathing into the places that feel tense. Releasing that tension with the breath. Letting it go. Checking in once again with the mind and just noticing. If you're present, if you've become distracted, that's normal, that's okay. Connect to your breath. Circle back to your word, your mantra, or your intention if you set one. Dissolve thought and distraction with breath. And be still in the body and still in the mind. Last few breaths on this side. And slowly, gently release the left foot to the floor if it's not there already. Uncross at the knees. Be in stillness here with both feet on the floor if it feels good. A little bit of movement, if that's what your body is asking for. Taking the time to honor what it is that feels good to you today. And then when you're ready, we're going to start by keeping the right foot on the floor, crossing the left knee up and over. And here again, creating that shoelace type of shape, You're feeling sensation right here? Fabulous. Stay where you're at. If you're wanting a little bit more, bringing the knees in towards the chest. Hanging on just below the knees if it feels good. On the shins, the ankles, just noticing what it is again that your body needs. This side, a little different than the other, and that's okay. Chin tucked, neck nice and long. Find whatever variation of this posture feels best to you on this side. Adjust, settle in, and breathe. Notice any tension. Notice resistance in the body and maybe even in the mind today. Allow yourself to let resistance go. Soften the tension and just melt here. Notice the sensations in the body. Checking in, making sure gentle sensation is what you are creating, never forcing here. Calm breath in. Calm breath out through the nose. Breathing into stillness in the body and in the mind. Letting go. Last few breaths on this side. Gently release the right foot to the floor if it's not there already. And cross at the knees, a little bit of movement. If it feels good, stillness. Do what feels right to you today. We're gonna move next into banana. So legs nice and long. We're gonna walk our feet over to the bottom right corner of our mat or of our space. We're gonna go post or cactus the arms. I want you to make sure that shoulders and elbows are relaxed onto the floor. So adjust as you need. Curve the upper body to the right. And cross at the ankles. One foot on top, other foot or feet side by side. Just notice what feels good here. Creating that nice lengthening down the left side of the body. Settle in to what works for you. Close the eyes and breathe. Adjust if you need. And find your stillness here. Breathing into that nice, gentle lengthening sensation down the left side of the body. Calm breath. And be still. Gently uncross at the ankles. Make your way back to center. And just take a couple breaths here, noticing the left side, the right side of the body. And then gently walk your feet over to the bottom left corner of your mat, of your space. And a goalpost cactus the arms once again, making sure the shoulders, the elbows are relaxed on the floor. And gently curve the upper body to the left. Cross at the ankles if you like, one foot on top, the other, or side by side with the feet. Adjust as you need. Eyes closed. And just breathe. Notice the nice gentle lengthening sensation you're creating down the right side of the body now. Finding your stillness. Tuning into the breath. Just soften here and settle. Gently uncross at the ankles. Make your way back to center. And again, noticing the left, the right side of the body. We're gonna move next into recline twist. So bending up the knees, giving yourself a nice big hug and rocking side to side, if it feels good. Nice gentle massage into the low spine. Then when you're ready, bring your knees down into the right, stacking the hips and the knees, so tucking the right hip under as best you can. So here again, if you're needing props in between the knees, no problem. Underneath the right knee, so that you're comfortable here, that's fine. Opening again through the upper body, shoulders and elbows onto the floor. Gently look over your left shoulder, close down the eyes. Breathe. Make adjustments if you need. Get comfortable here. Nice gentle spine twist. Resetting the spine here. And breathe. Surrendering into this shape. Letting go. And gently make your way back to center. You can hug your knees into your chest again if it feels good. Little rock side to side if you like. Then when you're ready, bring your knees down into the left. So we're gonna tuck the left hip under, and again, doing your best to stack your hips and your knees, placing a prop in between the knees if you need, underneath the bottom knee, the left knee if you need. Opening again through the upper body, check arms, elbows relaxed onto the floor. Settle in, gently look over the right shoulder now, and breathe. Adjust if you need. Find a comfortable position, your expression of this posture. And just melt here. Soften and settle here. Finding your stillness. Melting more and more with the breath. And gently make your way back to center. Hug your knees into your chest again if you like. Rock side to side. Take any last movements that you feel like you need before settling into our final resting pose, final Savasana. Find a comfortable position for your body. Close down your eyes and settle in here. Relax the top of your head and the back of your head. Relax your forehead and the space between your eyes. Relax your eyes. Soften your cheeks. Let the tongue come down from the roof of your mouth. Relax your jaw. Soften through the throat. Release tension in the neck and let the shoulders melt down into the floor. Breathe relaxation down the arms and elbows, your forearms and wrists. Relax the hands all the way into your fingertips. Breathe into your chest. Let it go. Release tension from the abdomen and let the hips be soft. Relax your glutes and let the fronts and backs of your thighs be heavy. Let them be soft. Send the breath to the knees. Release tension from the calves. Relax your ankles and tops, bottoms of your feet. Send the breath into the toes and completely relax. Start to wiggle the fingers and the toes, bringing a little bit of movement into the body with the eyes closed. Slowly make your way to a seated position once again. Nice long spine. Take a moment and notice how you feel. can bring your hands to heart center if you like. Sealing in your practice, sealing in all that goodness. Coming back to your intention, your word, or your mantra if you chose one today. You can gently open the eyes, coming back into your space. Thank you for slowing down, doing some yoga with me today. I would love to know if you've made it this far into your practice, where you're from, where you're practicing right now, and what it is that you need from your practice at this time. Please comment, let me know, reach out. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you again for joining in. Namaste.